let Hulk Hogan be great. I mean, if I almost feel like ripping this off right now in the honor of Hulk Hogan. Let that man be great. Let Hulk Hogan rest in peace, please. Rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. I do believe that he made it to heaven because he gave his life to Christ. But there are many people who are irate and upset about some things that he did in the past.
Wrestling superstar Hulk Hogan got a smackdown from World Wrestling Entertainment today, firing the WWE star after he was heard repeating the N-word in a racist rant. According to Radar Online and the National Enquirer, Hogan is heard on the tape, which was recorded in 2006, talking about his daughter Brooke, who he accused of sleeping with an African American.
Now, everyone has a past. Hulk Hogan has a past. You have a past, and so do I. Yes, Hulk Hogan said some damaging and nefarious things while he was being recorded on a line by his daughter. He used the N-word, but he repented for that. He asked for forgiveness, and he owned it. In addition, he gave his life to Christ. And so for him to now die, and for people to bring up his past and to try to hold that against him, that really makes no sense. Because if that is how we should handle people, then no one should be forgiven. And we all should be judged. And we all should be condemned. But Hulk Hogan, he did the hard work of acknowledging his error and his wrong. He addressed that. And then he goes on to give his life to Christ. I can't speak for whether or not he was perfect in walking in Christ or anything like that. Only God knows that. Only God knows that truly for me. But Hulk Hogan professed to be a believer. And so when that's the case, you should just speak well of a person when they die. Eulogize them in the same manner that Bishop Wooden does in this video.
Glad that you walk in forgiveness. I was watching the other day, Hulk Hogan died, Terry Bollea. And in 2005, I think it was, a tape was revealed of Hogan getting on his daughter because he didn't want her to marry a N-word. So he apologized for it, and they had taken him out of the Hall of Fame and all that. The tape was released in 2015. When he said what he said was in 2005. And so, Hogan got saved. Am I right? He gave his heart to Jesus. He gave his heart to Jesus Christ. So that means Terry Bollea, who was Hulk Hogan, became our Christian brother. Now, isn't it thank you, it's something that then when he dies, there were Christian people rejoicing that he died. Now, you know what? There's a lot of people who are not saved. Because how you going to rejoice that someone died because in 2005, they made a racial slur. Now, what I find amazing is the people who I saw discussing this on CNN, and they were talking about how they would not forgive him and all that, right? But now every one of them people who were sitting there talking voted for Joe Biden. Now, why you bring that up? You should read what Biden said when he was in his right mind in 1983 when he put together the Biden crime bill that Bill Clinton voted into office that's got most black folks still locked up. It brought in the 3 strikes you out, which robbed all judges of their discretionary. They couldn't be discreet. They couldn't decide if you're in there for 3 strikes. No, I don't care what the 3rd strike is. You got to go because now it's mandatory. Biden called black folk predators. He said that they could not be tamed. He said that you got to take them out of circulation. You got to get them out of the general public, called a menace to society, and then Hillary she came along and topped him and said, she called black folk super predators and said, we got to bring them to heel, H-E-E-L. That's what you do with a dog. Stop, dog, heel. Now, and you know what? And both of them got 96% of black vote, and they got yours, didn't they? So it's amazing how we can be selective. One man repented, gave his heart to Jesus, and went on and became a Christian brother. And we rejoice that he died because of something that he said before he met Jesus. We're very selective.
Bishop Wooden knocks it out of the park, addressing the issue of Hulk Hogan and these people who don't want to acknowledge the fact that he asked for forgiveness or even give him forgiveness for what he did, but instead they want to hold that thing over his head. But he also does a great job juxtaposing that to Joe Biden and to Hillary Clinton, people who we know who have been rather dastardly and hellacious towards minorities. When you look at their records, one would say, why would a black person vote for the Democrat Party? Look at the record of Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton. But many did, and many have. So I like to say to Hulk Hogan's family, we acknowledge the fact that Hulk Hogan made some errors in the past. And in the same manner that God has forgiven him, we forgive him as well. I forgive him. I can't speak for Black America, but I can speak for the numerous black people that I know who aren't holding that against Hulk Hogan. I hope this video blesses you. Let me know what you think below in the comment section. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I weak or am I strong? God bless you, my friends, and God bless America.